Hello ladies, it's Debbie Reed again from Clearwater, Florida, ready to show you a delicious dessert with Philadelphia brand cream cheese. It's dessert week here at Real Women of Philadelphia. I think one of everybody's favorite weeks. Who doesn't love dessert, especially with cream cheese in it? And today what I'm going to show you is a take of a Napoleon. The little layered dessert with some nice, delicious, creamy filling in there. But I made a couple extra little tastes in there that I hope you'll enjoy today. What I have here, the first thing I did is I combined my cream cheese and a container of Cool Whip, less about 1 cup. I reserved 1 cup that we're going to use some garnish for later. Mix that together, and then I added a 1/4 cup of a hot fudge sauce. Now this is the jar you buy in the ice cream aisle of your grocery store, but do not warm it. You want it room temperature so it still has a little body to it. You don't want it runny at this point. Put that in there, mix it up, and then go ahead and put that in the refrigerator while you prepare your puff pastry. So that has a chance to kind of cool down a little bit and firm up a little. So did that, had that in there while I did the puff pastry. And all the puff pastry is I took, you know, the standard frozen in the grocery store, 2 sheets to a box. I thawed out one, laid it out on the counter with a little flour on the counter so it didn't stick. Rolled it to about 11 to 11.5 inch square, and then I cut it in half and then cut that into quarters so that you had 8 pieces, because this will make 4 Napoleons. So bake those off at 400 for 15 minutes and let them cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on our assembly. So what I'm going to do is grab this. Hopefully you can see it on the blue. I wanted to give you something that offset the color here a little bit. I took 2 of our squares and actually broke them in 2, so that you actually have what will be 4 layers to this Napoleon. So I'm going to take the bottom layer and move that up front here, and we're going to spoon a little bit of our cream cheese mixture on here, just like that. And don't worry if the squares of your pastry aren't perfect. You know, this is it's not like you've made it in a pan and you're going to cut it into perfect little squares. This is nice, homemade dessert. If it's off a little bit here or there in the corners and stuff, don't sweat it. It's gonna taste great no matter if it's not a perfectly cut little Napoleon. As well as people are gonna know that you ended up making it. You didn't go in the grocery store. You took the time and energy to make it at home. We put all that extra love into it. So I have that down there. Then our next thing we're gonna put on is a little bit of some toffee. These are just the little toffee chips that you can buy on the chocolate chip aisle, the baking aisle of your grocery store. So I'm just gonna toss a little bit on there, give it a little flavor, a little crunch. Then we're going to put what would have been the top of that piece right on top. And at this point, I'm going to take, actually what I'm going to do, make this a little easier so I don't crush my Napoleon. Take that back off for 1 second, and I'm going to put a little bit more of that hot fudge on. But again, this is just out of the container. It's not warm, so it is a little thick, which is good. That's what you want. And at this point, again, don't be afraid if it kind of is I don't want to say crushing the puff pastry, because it's the top, it's a little bit flaky on there, so a little bit might come off, but don't worry, nobody's going to see it. They're just going to taste all that yummy fudge. So there we go. Makes that a little easier. And we put that right back on top there. Little fudgy fingers off here. And then we're going to put a little bit more of our filling, just a little bit to top since we have the fudge on there, just a little bit more. Okay, and then since we have the fudge there, we're not going to put the toffee on, that'll be our next layer. So we go ahead and put our next layer on, and at this point, we put some more of our filling. So we have our filling and toffee pieces, then we have fudge in our filling, and then we're going to have filling and some more toffee pieces. So it's kind of every other layer there. There we go. Put our toffee on there. And then we're going to put our top on. Now at this point, I'm going to transfer this little guy. Actually, let me use my little spatula here so I don't topple them over or break them. Let's put this out of the way here. So now we're going to put a little extra decoration here on our Napoleon. Now hopefully this is still a little thin. Now this is some more of the hot fudge sauce that I actually have microwaved. We're going to drizzle a little bit on top of it. So hopefully it hasn't cooled too much and I can still get a little bit of a drizzle going here. So just a little bit over the top. Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to thicken up, but you get the general idea. It looks good. There we go. Fudge hot or cold is going to be good. Okay. And we're going to take a few more, again, of our little toffee pieces, and kind of sprinkle them all around. And then we're going to take, out of that reserved Cool Whip, we're going to take a little dollop and put it on top, like that. And then our little final, little color, a little extra pizzazz there, a cherry. Doesn't that look good? I cannot wait to taste it. I actually got a knife to give a little cut so I don't damage the little guy too bad. It's going to be messy, but it's going to be so good. That is yummy. You are going to love these. It's got that great filling with the cream cheese and the chocolate. And you get the crunch of little toffee bits in there. Oh, it's good. You're going to love it. I'm going to go in for another bite. Well, I finished enjoying my Napoleon here. I hope you give my recipe a try. I think you're going to love it. I have a dog down here and I think she wants a bite. So I will talk to you next time. Thank you.